Libra. So we're here to do your channel messages, the Back to the Future reading for May. I've got a load of channel messages for the present timeline, roughly around now. They can also start to happen momentarily. And then we look into Back to the Future, where we look into a back to the past over the past few days or weeks. And then we go into the next few months, or the next month. Because it's something to do with like a calendar, right? Or a calendar girl, or like a pop-up girl. It's a bit like a calendar girl. It's like a model, and I've probably just been given a contract for something, and that I need this calendar. I mean, these have just come in momentarily. But like a calendar, and I'm looking to be a model for a calendar girl, and I'm sizing something up, right? And I did picking up sizing up, right? But now they're saying that could possibly be a modelling contract, or something to do with like a what do you call it, where you put it up on your like a days of the month and the weeks, like a modelling contract of wow, see, I'm losing something. It feels like I'm losing something. Well, I'm just gonna have to say what I see, say what I hear. But it's like I feel like I'm losing something, right? I don't know if I'm gonna have this contract or not, because I'm picking up sizing up. And that there is something to do with like swimsuit edition or something like that, right? And someone is like really looking at it, and it could well be you that's looking at it, but I think someone has got that of yours if you've got one and you've put it out, and I think that there are people that have got that, right? But because I heard what did I hear? Libra. So the first thing that I heard was, I don't know if you've ever seen this film, right? It was Adam Sandler, I'm sure. And I'm picking up Waterboy also, Waterboy, like because I'm definitely picking up like a swimsuit edition, Waterboy, like one of those things where someone's a Coast Guard or something, and they kind of like Olympic runner or something, and they're on a beach, something like that, and it's someone's like, well, I'll protect you, or it's like coming from this swimsuit edition, like where there's a guy there, and they've got like, they're charming and everything else, and they've got like a swimsuit edition thing, or I don't know where this one's going, Libra, give me a second, right? But I'm picking up that wedding ring, like sizing something up, like it's either a dress size, or it's sizing up someone's ego, or it's sizing up someone's ring, because I picked up the film Freddy Got Fingered. Now I don't know who got that, right? I don't know who got it. Because it feels like someone tells a lot of jokes or something. It's like, I don't know if he got that. It's like, did he get it? It's like, I don't know if he actually got it, or if she actually got that. I don't know if she finds me funny or not. It's like, does she find me funny? Because I don't know. Because, I mean, I can't really remember that film, but that's one film that straight came into my head, was Freddy Got Fingered, sizing up someone's finger, right? So it might be that someone has like long fingers or something, I don't know. But through that, or a figure, like a long figure, it's like, wow, you've got like a Long Island iced tea, or iced tea, or ice cube, or something to do with wax, like, because I picked up for a few of you, like wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off, because I picked up Brazil, and I picked up like a Brazilian, like I'm getting prepared for something. It's like I need a Brazilian, I need a wax, and I need to do all of this stuff for this contract, and it's like waxing and waxing and waxing and waxing. Now some of it is like relaxing and relaxing and relaxing and relaxing, and I'm just taking complete break and I'm having to relax. But some of this is like waxing something, like a contract of like a record, or a deal, or a music contract, or something where it's like putting something on wax. Now the only reason I said wax is because of a record being, I'm sure they used to say that I'm putting it on wax. But or Jackson, like I'm putting it on Jackson, like Jackson is the person that's going to say something, or Jackson's the one. It's kind of like Action Jackson. It's like, wow, I've just got a movie contract, or something like that, of Action Jackson, right? But relaxing, it's like, will you relaxing? I need some relaxing. Because it feels like someone's got this, like, well, that's the man, that's the one. We need to ask Action Jackson, because he's full of action, right? where on earth are these coming from, Libra? Right, action, like action, action, because I'm either picking up like a contract of a movie film or a contract of like where someone's going to have to call in and they're like, okay, can you just literally just move to the left a second while I take this picture, and then all of a sudden it's like, and they get out this slate and it's like, right, take one, action, and it's like, right, okay, and someone's really pausing themselves and getting themselves all prepared, and they're standing there doing this like Action Jackson scene, like kind of, right, I've got no idea what you lot are up to, Libra, right, because I'm picking up like lighting again, like something about someone's lying, oh, okay, they're saying that someone could possibly be lying about something. Now, through those messages, I picked up hindering, Hilda, the name of Hilda, right, Hilda or Hilla, Hillary, like an old name or something, right? Hillary or Hillary Jones or something. Oh, I got no idea, right? But I picked up Hilda, and then I also picked up hindering, like hindering, right? Now, second guessing, because I've been second guessing trying to put this out because I was second guessing and all that sort of stuff. So I'm picking up that is your energy, that there's a second guess, right? It's like Guess Who. The game Guess Who. It's like, oh, guess who? It's like, I've just turned up at your door, and it's like, oh, really? Oh, is that Phil that's got glasses and blonde hair or whatever? And I'm just like, okay, yeah, guess who? It's kind of like, wait, because it's a bit like a murder mystery suspense, like Mr. Mustard and all that sort of stuff. It's like, whoa, he's mustard, bruv. Like, I don't know where these are coming from. Because I'm picking up someone's kind of like got these cards, right? And they're kind of like, okay, that's Phil, he's gone. It's like, okay, yeah, they're like, oh no, he's got glasses. Okay, I don't know, because I put something out. Put out a demo is one thing that came to my head straight away when I was writing. Was I put out a demo? It's like I put out a demo tape, right? Okay. Someone put out some kind of tape that they didn't mean to, possibly. Because this is this is a sex tape, or it is a tape, and it's like, I've got this tape, right, and I've got this tape, and I've got this tape, and I need to give it to, like, I don't know if this is a bad thing or a good thing, Libra, so go with it, but only any of you would know that if you ever made any kind of tape in the past that you've still got, I don't know, because I feel like a tape recording, like something's been recording and taping and tape recording, and it's like a tape recording, and it seems to be recording and recording. And it's a bit like a, what do you call it, where I have to speak into it and give out notes to speak into it and stuff like that, and I'm taking down demos and stuff like all this kind of thing, right? But through that, I'm picking up that there's this tape, right? And it seems to be like going to like news stations. Oh, it's like, I've got this demo, right? And I need to, because I'm picking up, wow, what was his name that played the piano? And it was about a thingy tape that you used to, you know when you used to like fall in love with someone or whatever, like back in the day, you used to make him a demo tape. Actually, it's called a demo tape. I forget what the artist is. I think he's great. He's more of a soul, bluesy kind of singer, and he plays the piano, and he is fantastic. He's not really that old. I think he's only like 35, sort of 40. And he plays the piano, but he plays it with such pronounce, and I forget what his name is now. I really wish I'm actually subscribed to his channel. I wish I could think. If you really want to know, let me know in the comments, and I'll leave it in there in the comments for you. But all at sea, saying, all at sea, you sound right, all at sea. Auditing, audits, ordering. It's like that you've got this product or whatever it is, and it's like, I've put this demo out, right? And then people are ordering it. But so we'll go back onto the other message. The demo tape. It's like there's this demo tape, and it's like got a recording on it of like someone's studio or like what you have to offer. Some of you, this is a phallic demo tape, right? I've got no idea, Libra, only you lot will know. But there's this where I need to give it to the radio station. I need to give it to this person, and it's spreading like wildfire, whatever it is. It's like, well, I've got all these demos, right? But these might be what you have to do with work and all that kind of thing. And so, well, I've got all these demos. And it's like, but I've recorded everything. I'm speaking into this demo thing, I'm taking notes, and then I've got this demo. So I've got it all prepared. So I'm putting it out to everybody. It's like, well, I'm putting this out, and I'm putting it out, and I'm putting it out as a demo tape. Like someone's made a recording of themselves or of something that they have, and they're sending it out to other people, to like radio stations or to something, right? I'm really picking that up big. But I also put out fire. Like I put out someone's fire. It's like I'm just going to put out their fire. It's kind of like, this is like a fireman. Like someone's dressing up as a fireman and they got a hose. Someone's got a big hose anyway, put it that way, right? But also someone's also got a hooter, right? Where they're in someone's business, right? It's kind of like, just keep your nose out, rather, of my business. Because there's definitely someone that's really, like I don't know if someone's sleazy or not, I don't know, but that's definitely what I'm hearing, Libra. Like sleazy to please or something. It's easy to please. It's like someone around you is like easy to please. It's like, wow, this person's like Flora or Laura, I don't know. But it's kind of like this person's like easily, like they're saying easily led, right? Easily led. Now I don't know if this is coming across as a bad instance for you, an influence for you, because they're saying something about, you see, these messages, I don't know if they're coming from you, from your partner, or from the world, okay? But that's why we end up figuring it out. Because I'm picking up like a figurine of a doll, right? Of a doll. And someone's got this waxwork doll or something, or a wax doll or something. And it's like perfection. It's kind of like I use wax and everything else. But I'm picking up that a lot of you are like women that do this kind of thing, and you're into prosthetics, of changing someone's appearance. Because I really keep feeling that someone is trying their hardest to physically change their appearance, which is have extra Brazils or something, or someone from Brazil, or like, and having to do it for something that they do, like a modelling contract. But I'm having to change my appearance all of the time, right? So I don't know if you physically want to do that, or you're doing it, or someone's looking at you and sizing you up, right? Because I'm definitely picking up like waxwork doll or a doll, and things are becoming like wax, right? Or waxing, like waxing people's like back and everywhere else, right? So they're picking up like something's coming back. It's all coming back to me now. It's all coming back to me now. It's all flooding in, right? All of this stuff, it seems to now all be flooding back in. It's like whatever flooded out, it's all flooding back in. All this water, again, I hope that wasn't that poor person that got drenched in water when things burst. I forget what sign that you were or a person was. But they burst the tap and it all come flooding through. But something's all going to come flooding in. Like loads of stuff is going to come flooding in. It's like, whoa, someone just opened the floodgates and it's all just come pouring out. Something is all going to come pouring in as something that all comes pouring out, Libra. Believe me and trust me, that's what I teach when I do Skype calls. When you pour something out, something pours back in. Trust me, it does. I'm picking up Leo. I'm picking up a Leo got put out. Their fire got put out. Their pores or something to do with pores. Like someone's pores also, or something to do with like someone's pores or makeup or something. But it's also an energy of like, let's make up to break up. It's kind of like, well, we're going to have to make all this up in order to break it up, because I picked up that things are cracking. Like things are cracking. Like they seem like they're cracking up, or someone feels like they're cracking up. Right, like someone's appearance seems to be cracking up, or how things appear. It's like how things truly appear, how things truly appear as they truly are. Wow, that's a Doors reference. When the doors of perception are cleansed, things will appear as they truly are. Right. When something's cleansed, things will appear as they truly are. But I keep picking up like someone's appearing missing. Like I appear missing in this situation. Okay, or someone is missing. So come off that, because I seem to be wandering. Like a lot seems to be flooding out and flooding in. Like all these memories just seem to be flooding out and then flooding in and then flooding out and flooding in. And it's just like all these people, they're just interested in me, but I don't know if they're really interested in me. Like, you know, I really don't know if they're fully interested in me or invested in me. Are they just invested in me because how I physically look? And that, do I really feel like that this is an emotional value situation where I have to put someone out because of appearance, of how things appear? The appearance of pride is why I made the, well, you know, 7, right? People have seen 7, right? The appearance of pride, of how things truly appear, right, is the essence of something that you can't see, right? Feelings. That's where it truly comes from. That is what makes a relationship last. It's not the things, how they truly appear, it's the feelings that can also disappear and also grow, right? So pride is a very strange thing, but I think that that's having an impact on compact, on, like, they're saying something to do with like compact. And it's so important that I have to keep up this, because they're saying like actor, I have to keep up something that I'm not happy with. Like, I'm happy with myself, but I have to keep up this appearance, because that's why I think there's self-doubt, Libra. I've got to be honest. I think that's where what I'm picking up on is that true essence that's inside Libra and not on the outside, because it's a bit like smooth on the inside, crunchy on the outside, smooth or whatever that advert was, right? Like dime bar, right? Or meeting someone at a bar, and it's like, oh really, do I have to meet someone at a bar? Or you did meet someone at a bar, right? And I don't know, because I can see people looking in the mirror quite a lot, right? Like at a bar, and they actually glance over, they're sitting at a bar or whatnot, or a restaurant, and there's behind the bar there's a big mirror, and people are staring through the mirror at people. Now this could be you, Libra, where you're getting a lot of attention through people staring at people through a mirror or something. I don't know if it's you or them, but I'm getting slightly confused, because it could be a twin flame mirror situation, counterpart thing, right? But I'm picking up like someone stares at someone quite a lot, like a stare down, like a stare up and a stare down. And it's like, I'm trying to stare at people. It's like, why? What are you staring at? It's like, you know, will you stop staring, because you're making me feel uncomfortable. And I think that could be a lot when people stare at you or something, and some kind of like, they're giving off this appearance that they like it, but deep down I don't think that everybody really does. And I think that it's coming down to surface value. The surface value of what you're really looking for is more to do with the feelings of emotions, and not the appearance of how pride is really appearing itself to be, right? Is what I'm trying to grasp of what they're saying. And that there has been a lot of like mirror work that someone could have well done, but me, I don't like mirrors, and I don't think anybody should do mirror work. I really don't. I find all mirrors evil. I do, and I truly do, you know. A lot of my predictions, they are actually come true. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I was saying about something is due in June and July, right, being due, okay. Now, then I started mentioning the coronavirus being due in June and July, or where things might start picking up around September, because that was people going back to school and all that kind of thing, summer holidays. And then I don't watch the news or anything. I really try not to listen to anything. But I just so happened to watch something, and this astrologer was saying that about predictions of what's happening with astrology when everything starts to move out, Mars and all this kind of thing goes conjunct, and then it all starts to happen where all of the coronavirus is happening, and then June and July where it's all due to start happening, where the economy starts to pick up, people start to go out into society, and that is like astrology. And that was just my prediction like weeks ago, without even looking at, I don't even know astrology really. So I'm just going off with what I physically hear, and that's it, right? And that I have to make this statement to everybody just so they I don't know why I'm needing to do that, because it feels like a statement is having to be made for something. Like I have to constantly make this statement, and I need to make my stamp of approval, and I need to be seen, and I need to be heard. But I think some of it is coming across as like I've got this seal of approval, and it's like I'm just waiting for the go-ahead. But it's really annoying me because I have to turn something down. Like something has to be turned down for me to turn up. like for me to physically be able to turn up, I've got to like shake people off or something or something along those lines, right? And I'm definitely picking up big Leo around you because I keep saying lions or lion or something like that, or Lion's Court or something. Lion's Court was an old people's place, right? Now I've been picking up on dementia through a lot of other readings, so I don't know if that's going to relate to you, but I don't want to go on to other readings for you. I'm picking up Aaron as well, like Arrow or Aaron or something like that. Darren, Aaron as well. Aaron, I don't know. I just looked at my word that said also. So now what they're saying is that there are also other people that are interested. And I think that a few people are being put out because I think that someone has like got this pride and that they need something perfect in their life. But I think that might be where if any of you are physically going wrong in in certain ways, I think that it is a lot to do with like pride of something, of realizing that you have to drop some kind of like facade, which is someone else, or the name facade, or Gerard, I'm picking up Gerard as well. Gerald, or also Gerard. Someone Gerard. I think that's a surname of Gerard. I don't know, right? But, like, because I don't know why, Libra, and I've got to be honest, because they keep saying facade, Gerard, or there's some kind of like facade, right? But they're also saying hindering, which is where second guessing, where someone is second guessing quite a lot. That it's confusing somebody because they don't quite know what someone wants yet. And that's not helping. Because there's an energy that's coming from this reading that someone thinks that that's helping, but it's physically not helping. Now, if that's someone that's doing something to you, Libra, where it's making you self-doubt yourself in certain ways, because someone feels like they're helping, but they're really not. They're actually hindering a process of like, listen, I know you're there, and I know you're helping, but you're physically not actually helping. You're physically not letting me come to this conclusion or this decision about what I really want. Now, if some of you are asked by a partner and said, look, you can come and be with me and you can stay with me, but you know, you're going to have to give up your job or you're going to have to give something up. And I think some of you are like really trying to come to terms with like, well, what do I truly want? You know, without everybody else's influence in the world and without everybody else's input into what I want, what do I truly want? Because it can only come from me about what I want to give up and what I don't want to give up. And there are certain factors about my life that I don't really want to give up. But I realise that I can't actually have everything that I want, right? And because I can't actually have everything I want, I actually realised that I've not actually been winning all of this time. I've actually been losing all of this time. But I've won something. I don't know why I'm picking up on winnings, like takings or winnings. It's kind of like some kind of battle that seems to have been going on, right? Where it's like, well, I've got winnings or I've been winning, but then why do I also feel like I'm losing? Like, even it doesn't matter what I seem to have that I'm winning, I always seem to lose it, right? So why am I losing when really see, this is where I'm getting confused where it's coming from, Libra. Because I definitely pick up like winning something but losing something, and then I'm losing something, but then I just seem to be winning it. It's kind of like it's coming in and it's not, and then I think that there are offers, and I think that someone's emotionally not satisfied. They're kind of satisfied in a way with something, but they're not truly, fully, emotionally satisfied. Where someone does something to someone prosthetically, but they just don't do that. You know, they just don't do that to... I don't know why I'm picking up that now. I'm picking up some aggression. Just don't do that to me. Wow, why am I picking that one up, Libra? Just don't do that to me. Because I picked up that song by Pink Floyd. How's that one? What you do to me, what you want from me. What do you want from me? What you want from me. What do you want from me? Because it feels like someone's like saying and asking a lot of stuff, and someone's saying, look, what do you want from me? What do you physically want from me? You know, what do you want me to do? Because whatever I seem to do, it's not the right or the wrong answer. So I'm getting completely confused. So there's definitely a question of like, well, what do you want from me? You know, what do you want? Because I think that you're talking to someone, but I think you both don't realise what you want. And that's why it's coming across really confusing. Because they're kind of saying that there's someone there, But it's kind of like you're asking someone, well, what do you want from me? And they're saying, well, what do you want from me? And it's kind of like, well, you know, and no one's really saying what they truly feel, what they truly want. It's like someone's asking someone, but they daren't say what they truly want out of a relationship or what they truly want from someone. And then the other person is picking up on that vibe too, and they're kind of not giving you the clear answer of something that you're searching for. And you're both looking at each other thinking, well, are we going to say something that truly matters? It's like, are you going to say the words of, like, you love me? But then when I'm thinking about it myself, I'm thinking, well, what's love got to do with it? You know? So I'm really thinking that someone's second-guessing a lot of stuff. But when I go back to the channel messages of what I was looking at, was about finger sizing. Like, fingering someone, or, I don't know. Because I think that there is an energy around you where someone just wants something from you that you don't just want, you know, where they just want like a one night stand or they just want something. And it's like, listen, I'm not a doll. I'm not a doll, you know, because I don't know why I'm picking up someone calls someone doll a lot. Like, all right, doll? I don't know why, but I keep hearing this doll, right? And, oh wow, I'm picking up Rick Mail and the doll. Well, I can't remember. But again, living doll. I got myself a crying, walking, sleeping, talking, living doll. I got a roving eye, and that is why she satisfies my soul. Fies my soul. You. Oh, yeah. Fies my soul. The walking, talking, living doll, the living doll, the living years. Every generation blames the one before, and all of their frustration, yeah, blames the one before. And then, don't it true? Ain't it true? Ain't that justice? Every generation blames the one before, and they do. Everybody blames everybody, right? For something that they do or they don't. And I think that there's been this fight that you've been going through, internally and externally, when it truly comes down to it. That I've been struggling internally, but it's actually been taking a toll on me, and now it's showing externally, where I've been keeping up this fight and this appearance of things for so long, that now it seems to be taking a toll on my external appearance. And that someone could now be worried that all of this wasted time that seems to have been spent, that I now seem to be overspent. Either one, emotionally, in energy, of why I'm picking up a fire being put out, right? Or physical appearance is now playing a factor of someone of where they're questioning, you know what? What do I truly want? What truly matters to me most, right? What truly matters most? Wow, that was a little deep, right? But I definitely picked up on size of someone's fingers, or like a ring or a friendship ring or something like that, right? And that someone could have been second guessing of like offering for an engagement or a marriage or something like that, either a breakup, or can't find a ring that they want to find, or they can't find the ring finger or something like that. And how, like, it's something to do with someone's ring, right? It really is. And it's, I don't know whether to give them a ring, like a call, or whether I don't, or whether I should give them a friendship ring. Some of you, it could be a possible divorce or a possible engagement. But I think someone's second guessing, where someone has this ring and they're kind of like, well, I don't know whether to give you it or not. You know, I need to see your actions first of what's going to happen before I accept this ring or even give it, or even a call. It's like, before I even accept this ring, or before I even accept a call or give one, I need to see some kind of like true felt emotion than just what it is that you're actually saying that you want that might physically be a little sleazy for someone, right? Because it feels like I'm not here just to easily please people. I have wants and needs of my own, and in order for that, I need something in return. And until I do, I'm closed off. I'm closed off, and I feel like you are emotionally closed off to it. some of you willingly and unwillingly are knowing or not knowing, whether you physically are or not. And that's why I'm slightly confused. Because there might be an energy around someone that I have picked up in past readings about clothes and what they're wearing, right? And that it could be something to do with like a sex change or something like that, because that really has been coming out through the channeled messages around someone very confused in like either one, feminine or masculine, and whether I'm the feminine one or whether I'm the masculine one. And trust me, when you get to the stage of becoming masculine, you have that in-between energy where you can't figure out whether you are feminine or masculine. Trust me. That's you becoming centered. That's you becoming the change. But before then, you have to go through that in-between period of knowing of whether you are feminine or masculine, right? Now, if that is physically a changing of appearance, becoming from one to one, that's independent away from the energy of just feeling it, right? Of confused energy of what everybody would generally feel, going from any kind of cross-gender or cross-manner of energy that is just either one of an appearance or truly just felt, it's still basically the same. There's an in-between energy that you will get lost in translation and lost in who am I, right? That's being spiritually awoke. Welcome. Welcome, right? Because it's like welcoming. It's something's like very welcoming to you. Like it just seems to come naturally of something like being a mother. It just seems to, something like that. That it just seems to come natural, right? But why do other things seem to be supernatural or unnatural? Like there seems to be a lot of unnatural things that of the unexplained that seems to really be bothering someone about themselves. Of like they're trying to figure out how am I changing, when am I changing, or what should I or should I not change about me for other people. What truly matters to me, right? Those messages are quite strong for you, Libra. I haven't hatch, or there seems to be a catch, right? Again, those messages were completely different than what I normally do, right? So I think that's what you've been going through, right? So we have a look now at what you actually have been going through, as I don't do the last half of the month. So we look over the last couple of weeks. So from now, what's been going on with Libra from now until May. But these will be put out towards May time, okay? But I've been doing them. Scorpio, you see, I've felt that. I did, and I was going to say, this void, that's what that is, a void. Me, I have Scorpio rising, right? Now, a void is something that where there's loads there, but you might have a load of stuff, but it just don't never physically feel like it's enough. It's like, when is enough enough? When can I have a break? When, like, I just need a break. Like, when's enough enough? Like, I feel this void in me that I want something, but I really don't know what I want when I want it. That can be a Scorpio energy, especially if it's strongly placed in your chart. It depends where it is. I think a lot of Libras normally have that in Venus, right? But again, that can feel a void. Like I need to avoid a sexual remark or something if that's coming from Venus, right? Because that would be the in Venus is kind of like Lakshmi, really. It's classed as semen, really, in astrology. But in Venus, that's kind of the same, because it's the giver or the taker. It's rebirth of something that needs to be given over in order to change to become it, right? So through the death card, that feeling can be like avoidance of like, there are certain things that are personal to me that are locked in place, that I feel this void that I just don't seem to be getting what I want or what I need emotionally or advanced upon. Because there seems to be like an advance of someone's taking advantage of somebody, probably sexually or emotionally, and it feels like someone has been taking advantage of me. And why do I feel that way? Why do I feel like everything is ending and everybody takes advantage of me for the way I look? That is honestly, whether it's Scorpio or not, is that why does everybody seem to take advantage of me just because of what I do have or what I don't have, and what I can live with and what I can't live without either? Is that void of avoiding the true nature of what feelings truly are when they're locked in place, of something that you have to go through in order to figure out oneself. Because is it down to appearance? Is it down to pride? Is it down to emotions? Or is it down to feelings? because basically they are all the same, but it just generally comes down to what you feel inside. And if what you feel inside is avoidance and voiding things, then you call upon to change. You're called upon to, I call upon you. This is an awakening and a calling as well. I called you up to announce the earth. I called you to announce sadness falling like burnt skin. That was a Jim Morrison reference of a poem. And now I call on you to pray. The prey, you see, the prey. It's like a praying mantis, right? That someone's preying upon someone. It could be religion, it could be spiritual, but someone's praying for an ending, for something to just end. It's like I've just been praying and praying and praying for something to just come my way, right? Praying. But there can also be a praying mantis around as well. I don't know why. Praying man. Praying man. The praying man. The wicker man. The wicker man, right? The wicker man. There's putting out someone's fire. That's what I was picked up. Someone had to be put out and someone had to be told that this is over. That this was more than likely over. That this was too much for me to contend with because it was actually putting my fire out. It was actually, yeah. Because it feels like these two energies together, fire and water. Fixed water, I mean, it can be any fire sign, but that's normally open for me, which is Sagittarius. So it feels like that whatever it is just put me out. It's put me out. Someone put me out. I'm actually saying put me out. That they put me out. Did someone put you out, Libra? I don't know, everybody. But like, put me down, put me out. It's because I'm picking up like Hello Kitty for some reason. Right? Hello Kitty. And it's like, I'm not just a kitty cat. I'm picking up Leo energy as well, which can be fixed, which is also difficult for water energy. But like, Hello Kitty. It's like, Hello Kitty. And it's like, oh, I'm not nobody's kitty cat. I'm not no one's kitty cat. Or no one's kitty either. That everybody can just rely on my kitty. It's like, they're my savings. That's my savings account. That's my kitty, you know? Because it feels like a kitty, right, in Britain, is like when you go out the pub or you go out the boozer, right, you put loads of money in a tray and then you put it down on the bar and you all dib into it and you go and buy like a big pitcher like beer and stuff like that and they bring it back and you just keep dibbing into it. And it feels like that. It feels like someone's just keeps dibbing into this Hello Kitty pot and it's like, it's, you know, or someone has been taken from a Hello Kitty pot. If you've got a Hello Kitty pot and it's got money in it, be careful, bruv, because there's a leprechaun around you. There's a leprechaun. You stole me pot of gold. Right? Something to do with that. You stole my... Oh, okay. They're saying that someone could have stole someone's virginity. That's what they're saying. I don't know where that was coming from. You stole... Because this is sacred. Oh, I just learned something new about the death card. This is sacred. Right? This is a sacred ground. This is a wake as well. This is sacred, this ground, and somebody basically just destroyed someone's sacred ground, meaning like they entered into something that was sacred, which can be the physical body, that can be of somebody physically, emotionally, but also sacred ground of a religion, of something that's sacred to me, right? Because I'm picking up like a Sikh or something, right? Because I'm picking up Seeking or Seekins. I picked that name up a long time ago as well, Seekins or Seeking or a Sikh, of someone that has strong religious backgrounds or something, right? And that's sacred, man. That's sacred. Whatever this is like a grave site or something, and it's sacred. That's what they keep saying, sacred. Okay, so, or it could be a name, but also look up. Wow, brilliant bands. Oh wow, what are they? What is that band called? Oh wow, what are they called? This is where I really want to think of that band because it's really going to relate to you. I'll put it in the comment section if I can. It's a woman, right? Dark-skinned woman. And she's got skinhead, and they actually call her Skins, right? They call her Skins, and that's her name in the band, right? And she done a called Sacredly, Sacredly, Wow, brilliant song. Listen to that, because that is making me go cold, and that will make you go cold. Right? So there you go. I call upon you. This is a death. This is awakening. Someone, I mean, I'm not saying that it's good. This is the past, right? This is a gravesite. This is the past returned. This is a strong awakening, a strong calling that someone has. They're answering a call. They answered it and they turned someone down, pretty much. That's like, hello? What you doing? Sorry you couldn't get through, 'cause there's a message been recorded especially for you. And if you leave your name and your number, someone left the name and the number on your answering machine and you probably answered it, right? Or if you haven't, check your answering machine, check your emails, check something, because also check yourself as well. One, check yourself before you wreck yourself, with someone saying that, right? But this is also going for a checkup, right? A hospital checkup for something that might be going on, right? So please be careful, because this can be, well, I'm not saying be careful, because this is the past, right? But still, that's a checkup, hospital checkup, a pregnancy checkup. Am I pregnant? Can I be pregnant? Like, am I going to give birth? Is this the pill? Are you on the pill? Like, you know, have you got protection? But this is also what's been going on through that. Could be a checkup of a serious illness that could have been going on with someone, that they could have physically, seriously been ill, you know. And they could have also physically just lost someone. Right? So that can be a checkup of some, like, big health scare, health issue. Right? Or it can physically be someone that was lost. These both cards here, they do represent that, guys. They do. That's normally when I start channeling through my tears in heaven. That's my tears in heaven. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? So if you want to see someone in heaven, please contact me, because I can contact them. Okay? Because this is making contact. Contacts. I can't see. Well, this is a medium. This is a medium. You can't see. It's because of the death card being there. That's why. It's because of your vibration. It's because of something that's sacred to me. Something that is sacred to me. That's what they keep saying. Sacred. Some kind of like strong religion, or something that is of being such importance that is sacred to me. That could be a child, that could be someone where it's like, this person is just sacred to me. So they keep saying, it's sacred. Sacredly. Tower, wow. You see, these are the biggest phallic cards that you can get. Someone did. This is done the deed. This is doing the deed, and that they did actually do it. They did do it. They could have got pregnant. They could have realized that once we did it, you know, that I need to take the morning after pill or something as well. But someone could have also really put you, I mean, they put you through it. If they put you through it and you're watching this because someone made a remark of like, well, you know, let's just, like, do you want to go to bed or something like that? You could have either one, turned them down, or you didn't and you went for it. But this is like, I mean, these are both highly spiritual rebirth cards. All three. The death card, this card, this card. This is an awakening, a medium, a spiritual medium. But you could be losing your mind with this. You could literally be losing your mind. Right? Because it hasn't hit you yet. Whatever news is here, it hasn't fully hit you yet. This fully hasn't come out. This person also, advanced wise or spiritually, or you've not fully advanced yet. Your karma's not over with that person. Right? Also, where advanced, this is going through stages. This can be like a scare of an illness of someone that's going through emotional, physical scarring, or stages of cancer. I mean, it's there. And like I said, don't jump out and think, oh, is this going to happen? No. If you know, because I have to give those messages out to people in case they need them, or they're... I just channel messages, man. But they're saying that like someone also took an advantage of someone. They took them for advantage. They took them for advantage sexually as well. Here it is here that could have done, that could have made an advance to someone, and that death card means that that's sacred to them. That's something that they don't want to reveal. That they might not like talking about certain things about their sex life, or they might not like talking about their religion, or this will probably get took down. Maybe I don't know if I can actually sell this on YouTube. But again, I'm not slating anything. I'm just saying that there is something that is very sacred to somebody that someone made an advance on, and they didn't like that, because this is like a woman's cycle and a period and all that kind of thing, right? This can be a lot of loss or a lot of gain. Right? There was everything on the line to lose as well as gain. There's a lot of losses and gains. It's like we've got to let things go and end things in order to let things start. So you've got to let this go. Whatever this strong belief of things, you know, in the subconscious here, you've got to let this go. If this is a physical loss of someone that you physically just lost, this is still stopping you progressing forward yet. It doesn't mean it's your fault. It just means that there is time here. This is a lot to do with time, right? And I get fed up with that. Everyone's saying time is just an illusion. You know, it's metaphysics. It doesn't matter about, because this is all divine time. And what that truly means is that you're never really meant to get anything than what you're supposed to have. You're never supposed to get any more or any less. You only get what your karma is of worldwide karma. You get it or you don't get it, right? And you can either be ill or not be ill. And through these certain factors, there are certain people within viruses and things like that, because this could be like, you know, someone that contracted something maybe, right? But I don't know what it is. But what I'm saying is that there are some people out there that just might not be ill. Or there might be some people that just do, you know, because that's the universe of saying, that's the purge, that's things to come, that's karma, that's world karma right there is the biggest lot of karma you can ever have there, right? There's things that that only a medium could truly really predict by how they feel about something, and that is what happens when people go through this period. I don't know why I'm picking up like going through a period. But again, there is a lot of worldly stuff there of me, for instance, right? I feel energy and weather and pick up on everybody's media, like, you know, as a medium, and pick up on what they think and what they feel. Imagine how that feels, me, when everybody is created by one energy of the earth, like God, religion, anything, right? Created the earth. Earth created us. We all grew from the ashes of the phoenix. You know, Adam and Eve, we were all born from one single energy source, right? So if you're on that energy source, and then people say, okay, well, you've got to be like, you can't eat meat and stuff like that. It's only down to your individual level of vibration. It doesn't matter about killing things, because then you could easily quite come up with anything and say, well, this plant grew out of a field and then we chopped it down and then ate it. Well, the plant is alive. So anything that grows fresh from the earth, you're still chopping it down and killing it, right? It's not that. It comes from a substance of energy of in here, right? We're in here. Everything dies. Everything is born. Everything is chopped down. In order for us to survive, whether it's fresh or whether it's not fresh, it just means you, right? So there's a lot of this, that when we kill each other and when we kill the earth, which we have to in order to survive on something that we created, that created us at the same time, that's time, right? So when you slip into that, you slip into illusion, which is still time. So you have to give it time, right? But again, there are no right and wrongs to it. It's just that you will become what you're supposed to be through your charts. You'll never be able to fight against the person that you truly are, and what you feel in you to be you. That's going to be you regardless of any astrologer or anything that can ever say, I'm predicting all of this stuff, possibly through charts and stuff, sure, because that's still part of a cycle, right? But the essence of that comes from you, your belief, right? What you believe in. You, right? You believe in yourself, right? There. It's right there. It's right there. Right? The disappearing act. The disappearing act. The act. The action that was taken on somebody that didn't like it. That did not like it. Is taking an offence to something. Being offensive or being... Someone lashed out at somebody, you know, and when this is mind games, manipulation of like light. This is bending light. Bending light. This is magician, right? This is someone that's bending light, meaning like they're using someone's light energy against them. So what you've got is a dark passenger. You've got a hitchhiker, man. You've got a hitchhiker around your energy, where it can be very, 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 very confusing. That you're like, is this me? Is that you? Who are you? Who are you, Libra? Who are you? Truly. Because someone definitely took an offence to what someone said as a remark sexually, for sure, right? They also probably start an argument when someone wanted to end something, they didn't like it, they probably started lashing out, right? This could be people fighting over somebody, where there's a lot of people around, but it's drawing all of this energy back to yourselves. These cards here, this is you, Libra, this is you. It's all about you. There might be other people in it, but because you're in it, right, you're not in it to win it. So what you're getting back is your just desserts, right? You're getting back to this person that's getting back to you. You're not winning. They're not winning either. It's a bit like to me to you, 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 right? I heard twit-twoo, like, look at you. That's what I heard. And it's like, what are you whistling at? Yeah, sorry, but that's what I heard. It's like, who are you whistling at? It's like, all right, doll. It's like, what do you mean, doll? Because someone could be very demanding. This tower is like avoiding this to come all crashing down. This is in the subconscious memory. I need to avoid all this. I can't deal with it at the moment. It's all going to come crashing down. If I do say something, it's going to come crashing down. If I don't say something, that's going to come crashing down too, right? How things appear is I appear missing. There's two kids in there, or there's two people in that flat. There's one person that's not in that window, right? They're on the floor. They're actually on the floor. They fell out. These people, you fell out, is what they're saying. You fell out with somebody. Because it could have been because of a sexual remark that, and an advance at someone that made someone feel like, you know, I'm not just a piece of, you know. This is an appearance as well, through judgment. That is where all of the energy gets drawn back to you of confusion, of can't figure out, well, is this me? Does all this keep happening to me? Why does it keep happening to me? Like, why me? Why me? Why me? So why am I drawing all of this attention back to me for a lesson of something that just seems to repetitively play? That's, yeah, welcome to being awoken. That's the never-ending cycle. That's the never-ending story right there. The never-ending story. La, 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 la. The never-ending story of something of truth that needs to be told to someone about something of an advance that was made on someone that they didn't like, right? This can be a lot of arguments about someone demanding something that someone truly doesn't want, right? But there is a lot of phallic remarks there. This is religion and stuff and things like that I don't want to go that deep into this reading. I really don't, you know. But it's kind of like, I like it, but I don't like it. It's kind of like, I want to be liked. I want to be loved. That's 7 right there. The film 7. There it is right there. 7. Pride. This is appearance of being born. The appearance since I've been born. How I appear since I've been born. This is me. I'm either scarred, emotionally scarred, or some kind of that, but this is me in the flesh. Pink Floyd again. This is me in the flesh. The show. Right? The show. In the flesh. Listen to that. Pink Floyd, The Wall. The flesh. As you skate upon thin ice. Lights. Camera. Action. The show must go on. Yeah, inside my heart is breaking. My makeup seems... I forget what that is, but my makeup's cracking or something like that. It says, I forget what Freddie says in that one. But again, Freddie. And that was your thing. Freddie Mercury or Freddie got that film. Right? Again. Can be that. Someone made an advance and someone they didn't like it. Okay, so that's your reading so far. Sorry that has gone on, completely dragged on. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on with your actual May reading. So your future predictions of your timeline that could be happening around now, or future predictions of still, was your channel messages. That is this reading from the past. Now the future, going back to the future, in the future, is literally going to be your May reading. That is for $5 for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter over on Patreon if you want to see it. I'll put these cards away and we draw a full spread for May. And then we channel whatever messages those are for you, and then also do some cards and then clarify them as usual. Okay, then we will also, after these, we'll do the you versus them, the dark side reading as we did last month. Okay, but at the moment, if you want to watch this, it will be over on Patreon for $5, literally for the whole month. You can watch whatever you like. If you want a personal reading, you can reach out for a Skype call or tarot card reading below for the email, or there's videos, or there's loads of stuff that you can follow, Lucid Dream, tarot music, all that kind of stuff. If you want to follow my other channel, or anything, is all in the link below. Thanks very much, Libra. Sorry I had a very confusing being confronted. Someone definitely got confronted, okay, by something they either liked or they didn't like, so I don't know who that was. But we'll go on with the rest of your reading over on Patreon. Thanks very much, guys. See you again soon.